Welcome to StorySpin. I'm Rory, and apparently this is what I do with my free time now. If you've ever wondered how messy people's relationships really get, you're in the right place. Let's dive in, because trust me, it's worse than you think. So, you know that girl who insists she's not like other girls, but somehow ends up being the villain in someone else's love story? Yeah. Welcome to her manifesto. Today's episode is brought to you by weaponized self-righteousness, misplaced ambition, and the phrase, "I just want what's best for him," which, spoiler alert, usually means her. Our narrator thinks she's the main character in a slow-burn office romance, but instead of mutual pining and flirty emails, it's passive-aggressive DMs and a 5-year relationship she's trying to bulldoze with moral superiority and a barista paycheck. Grab a snack, maybe some popcorn. You're about to witness what happens when the pick-me energy goes nuclear. Let's get into, am I the a-hole for asking my best friend to break up with his uneducated, unemployed girlfriend so we can be together? I know the title makes me seem like a jerk, but I couldn't think of another way to summarize it in one go. We'll call him Dean, and we'll call his girlfriend Helen. Basically, I'm a university student, and I interned at a marketing company over the last few summers. Dean was my boss there, and we became really close friends. Our friendship moved outside of work, and I no longer intern there at all. The more we talked, the more I fell for him. He's incredible, hardworking, successful, funny, the whole package. His girlfriend is not, in my opinion. She's honestly kind of a mess. She's uneducated and unemployed. Helen dropped out of high school because of family problems. Apparently, her mom has severe anxiety and depression, overdosed multiple times when Helen was a kid, and would have breakdowns and threaten to hurt herself if she was left alone. So Helen stayed home with her, and still does when necessary, because her father can't retire. Over the years, Helen has admitted it's weighed on her own mental health. She sees a psychiatrist and takes medication. She's developed her own anxiety. She's had some jobs over the years, during the hours her dad is home with her mom, but would have screaming and crying panic attacks while on the job. She has them at home too, sometimes at night, but apparently she can calm herself down. As a result, she's never finished school or held a job long term. Dean and I have talked about it many times. He insists she's doing her best, that she does all the cooking, cleaning, laundry, yard work, etc. at her home. She gets a small allowance from her father for this. She also streams video games and makes a little money from that. Barely anything, I think. They've been together for 5 years, and he's come to terms with the fact she may never work or get an education. Dean has a marketing degree. But he doesn't seem to care. He says he'll provide financially and that he's okay with her being a stay-at-home mom someday, or even just a stay-at-home wife. I DM'd him asking why he's even in love with her, how he fell for her, why. I don't get it. He can do so much better. He said this, "I fell in love with her for many reasons. She's sweet, kind, cute, and she always sees the best in people, even with everything that she's been through. I think she's funny, beautiful, intelligent, and always trying to do some good. I like that she's random, silly, quirky, and passionate. I like how competitive she is, because I'm competitive too. I like that she's athletic. I like how she cooks things, top of the dome, without needing to Google everything, like me. I love her giggle, and I really love her smile. I like her singing voice and, well, all of her voices. I like her hugs, and I love her kisses. I like when her fingers are in my hair. I like the things that she draws or makes by hand. I like it when she holds my hand. I like her taste in memes and her taste in music. I like her puns and her sense of humor. I really like her presence and her dance moves and how good she is at everything. I like that she likes to help people. I genuinely like the person she is. I admire her a lot and will always want her for myself." I told him how I felt about him, how I'm in love with him, and that I wished she wasn't around. He said, "Well, I'm lucky that she is. I don't know what I'd do without her." I told him he was just comfortable, that he's staying with her because it's been a long time. I said that I've been at places in life where I thought I couldn't go on without certain people, but I survived, and he would too. He said, "Well, I don't want to, so I'd appreciate you not saying things like, 'I wish she wasn't in the picture. That's awful.' If you cared at all about me, then you'd say I'm lucky to have her and respect that, you know? So he's clearly not going to leave her, and I still don't understand why. Even with the little money she earns, she saves up to do really thoughtful things for him. She got him a cameo from his favorite actress, took him to see his favorite sports team in the playoffs, bought him a PS4, and is taking him to see his favorite band this summer. She also gives him sweet, handmade gifts like cards, drawings, paintings, stuff like that. I think maybe that's the real reason he stays with her. But I could do that for him too. She's just had more time. I'm studying hard. I work as a barista to get through school. I love talking to him. I love spending time with him. He means the world to me. Does anyone have advice on how I can win him over? I just want him for myself. I truly believe I'm the better choice for him. He just doesn't realize it yet. What can I do? Edit. Some people think I'm trolling. I'm not. Here are some of our messages. Dean, how materialistic are you? OP, you're really going to support some unmotivated girl the rest of your life? That's honestly wild. Dean, it's none of your business. Why'd you apologize if you're still going like this? OP, because I don't think you realize how bad the choice you're making is. OP, she's not worth it. OP, you could have someone who's your equal. Dean, listen, I don't need to argue with you about who I'm going to marry. You want to talk? Fine. But if it's about my relationship, I'm not replying. OP, you looked out for me. I'm just looking out for you. OP, I'm being a good friend. OP, she doesn't even have a job, and I do. Dean, yeah, you're a real treat. OP, at least I'm not broke. Dean, you work at a coffee shop and rent a room. LOL. OP, yeah, which is more than she does, isn't it? Dean, no, actually. Call my girlfriend that one more time. OP, I just call it like I see it. OP, no one else would do that. You're still talking to me. You didn't give up. Dean, I'm just trying to look out. Doesn't seem like you have anyone else. OP, not any guy I've met before. OP, I just wish she wasn't in the picture, I guess. Dean, well, I'm lucky that she is. I don't know what I'd do without her. OP, you'd go on like everyone else. OP, there were people I thought I couldn't live without, but here I am. OP, you'd figure it out too. Dean, well, I don't want to. So I'd appreciate it if you stopped saying things like, I wish she wasn't in the picture. That's awful. If you cared about me at all, you'd say I'm lucky to have her and respect that, you know? We were fighting here, but we usually have a great relationship. Edit. I decided to link him to this post, as someone in the comments suggested. Hopefully, he'll better understand where I'm coming from emotionally. First comment chain. Q. Can't you just be friends with benefits? OP. He doesn't want that. I asked. Sent nudes. He told me to stop immediately or he'd cut contact. Commenter. You asked for nudes from a guy in a committed relationship and sent them anyway? This is the easiest YTA of the week. Second comment chain. Commenter. There's clearly something he sees in her that he doesn't see in you. You can't explain love. If he's happy with her, then that's that. Your attempts to break them up will only push him away. OP. He hasn't let himself see me that way, though. If he did, he'd realize I can give him everything she does, and more. He just thinks he's happy. He's so deep into it, he doesn't even realize. If he'd just wake up, we could have an amazing life together. Commenter. It's not about what you think, it's about what he feels. Move on. OP. Why can't I change how he sees things? I feel like this is an intervention. It looks bad, but it's not. I just want to help him. OP. So I should let him live in a crappy situation the rest of his life? He could have everything with me. I'll have a stable career, a degree. I'll have a future. We could have something incredible together. I just wish she didn't exist. That's all. If that makes me bitter, fine. Reply. Homeless? Most people would rather live on the street with someone they love than live in comfort with someone they don't. That's a big leap to make. Honestly, I think he could support both himself and his girlfriend. Also, those messages? Yikes. It's one thing to insult her to strangers online, but to say that stuff to him? I can't believe he's still even speaking to you. You belong on r/nice girls. I hope you reflect on this and figure yourself out. It's not okay to treat people like this. Too Many Ants replied to OP, link him to this Reddit post. He'll understand your feelings better than through texts. He'll see it with clear eyes, and he might realize he needs to remove the real problem from his life. Your replies show him everything he hasn't realized. OP. So you agree she's the problem? Thank you. Everyone else is judging me, but I'm just standing by what I believe is right for both of us. I'm giving him time to cool off, but I'll send him the post this weekend. Too Many Ants. You might want to do it sooner. I'd be surprised if this thread survives the day. OP. What do you mean? I don't think it'll be deleted. I'll send it now. I'll just tell him to read it with an open heart. Maybe he'll come around. Thanks for being understanding, unlike everyone else. Dean's response after reading the post. L, you linked me to this post to understand you better. And now I do. I love my girlfriend more than life itself. We've been together 5 years for a reason. Not for money, but for who she is. I'd work 3 jobs to support her. She once traveled 2 hours in the rain to bring soup to my sick mom. You can't buy that kind of heart. I never told you because you'd get upset. I tried to be your friend because you seemed lonely. Your roommates don't talk to you. Your family's in another country. But there was never a future between us. I'll protect the woman I love at all costs. It really hurt to see you talk about her like this online. I hope you have the integrity to take this post down. Maybe we shouldn't be friends right now. You sent me this and then blocked me on Instagram? Why? I don't know what you want from me, but it's no longer worth my energy. If you're ready to grow up and respect my relationship, give me a call. So, in the end, she didn't get the guy. But she did get roasted by the internet, blocked on Instagram, and emotionally curb-stomped by a man who just wanted to keep his relationship. And maybe his sanity. Was it worth it? Hard to say. But if you ever find yourself typing, she doesn't even have a job, and I do, into a DM, maybe take a breath. Drink some water, touch some grass. Anyway, if you made it this far, congratulations. You now have enough secondhand cringe to last you the week. If you liked watching this emotional train derail in real time, hit that like button. And if you're still rooting for our OP, well, maybe don't. I'll catch you next time. Same sass, new disaster. Until then, stay weird, stay petty, and maybe don't try to sabotage a 5-year relationship via Reddit post. Peace. Anyway, that's all I've got. Thanks for sticking around, or whatever. I'll catch you in the next one, unless I finally delete this app like I keep saying I will.